Hey everybody, this is Colin at Target Sports, your pro shop for shooters and hunters. So I'm kind of on an instructional how-to kick right now. So this video is going to be on how do I get my restrictions lifted from my current pistol permit. We're going to talk about Albany, Schoharie, Schenectady, and Saratoga. So at Target Sports, I am certified to teach the Schoharie and Schenectady County Unrestricted or CCW course. The curriculums for those two counties are identical. And Saratoga County, which I am not allowed to teach for, their curriculum is based off of the Schenectady County curriculum, so it's very similar. Albany County is kind of a hit or miss, depending on which judge you get issued and if they basically feel as if your reasons or qualifications are good enough. So I can help you, hopefully, with Albany, but it's not a guarantee. So let's start off with both Schenectady County and Schoharie first. So the credentials are for you to have a pistol permit. That's number one in those two counties, one of those two counties. And you have to have that pistol permit for 1 full year. Okay. They think of it as that 1 full year as being a kind of a probation. Thank you. A probationary period where you can have that gun, learn how to function and fire that gun, go through malfunctions training, get confident, get comfortable, and then you're actually going to have to take a test. So the test is 5 hours of lecture. The lecture portion is basically kind of a refresher from the first class that you're required to take, which is on range safety, firearm handling and safety, how to keep firearms safely stored, locked up and away from children, how do we expose firearms to new shooters and children, the different kinds of ammunition that there are, how do we use those different kinds of ammunition under different circumstances, how do we keep our firearms safe and secure away from unauthorized users. We talk a little bit about home invasion preparedness, and we also talk about where you can and can't go with that restricted permit, how to interact with law enforcement, and last but not least, Article 35, which in New York State is the justification of self-defense. At what level and what point can I defend myself with deadly physical force? And basically, if we are to defend ourselves with that level of force, what do we expect the outcome will be? And that's from a legal standpoint. What are we going to have to go through? So in 5 hours of lecture, it's a lot of content. The way that I teach is very interactive. So I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. I'm going to be getting students involved. We're going to be up and moving. We're going to have lasers in actual pistols that we're going to go through and work on those fundamentals of shooting. I'm going to also kind of refresh or teach people how to draw from a holster and do reloads because there is a shooting aspect to this class. So the shooting aspect is a dedicated 3-hour range time where you're going to be expected to show proficiency, safety, obviously accuracy, knowing how to clean your firearms, so your gun has to be in clean functioning condition. You have to have the equipment needed to shoot at the range, so eyes, ears, a quantity of ammunition, a good quality functioning gun that needs to be .380 caliber or higher, no magnums unfortunately. A good functioning holster that's designed for the gun. We prefer an outside the waistband holster as to not have people fumbling and unsure and kind of nervous with an inside the waistband holster. That tends to lead to mistakes and problems. So something functional outside the waistband is good, and we find it very safe. A magazine carrier if you're using a semi, so that you can stack extra ammunition and extra magazines, readily usable. And then again, a quantity of magazines to get this done. So it's very equipment intensive. And again, you do have to practice. Obviously, practice is super, super important, especially if you're going to take that leap and carry a gun as an armed civilian in society. There's so many levels of responsibility that you as the carrier need to be involved with and need to be aware of. So this training is not for everyone. It's something that I really believe that if you're someone that wants to take care of themselves and their family and don't want to be reliant on others to be there in case of a problem, this would be something good for you. So you're going to have to shoot a proficiency at 10 yards. You have to get a certain amount of bullets on target. Once you pass that proficiency, then we can move to the actual test, which involves shooting from 4 different distances, 15 yards, 10 yards, 7, and 3, all from the holster with reloads. If you have malfunctions, you're expected to know how to function through the malfunctions, and it's all under time. So you have to have, again, solid skills. So once you pass that, Then you need to write a letter to the judge, get that judge notarized, and I'm here to help you with that letter to give you the content that that letter has to have. Once the letter is written, I will take that. I will submit your test results, your shooting results, the letter itself, the application, a photocopy of your ID, and my review. And typically the judge gets that, and it's about a 3-month turnaround, give or take, depending on holidays or what the judge has going on, outside of the court, or I'm sorry, outside of the Pistol Permit Bureau. Um, so it's a pretty good, pretty streamlined process right now, and that's again for Schenectady and Schoharie County. Saratoga County is also based off of the Schenectady. It's very, very similar. The wait times, I guess, are a little bit longer depending on where you can get in to do the shoot course. But the qualifications, the distances, the time, again, are all pretty much the same. So for Albany County, there's no real clear program set in place. There's no criteria to get that done. So what I would recommend, training is good for anyone. Everyone should always jump at and take whatever kind of available training would be, provided. So take the training, sit through the class. You're going to learn something guaranteed. You're going to learn something when it gets to, the range proficiency also. If you're struggling with the range portion, you can obviously take a private lesson. So that's more training. That's more time behind the gun that you can then write in that letter to the judge requesting, hey, please lift my restrictions from hunting, camping, target, hiking, recreation, competition, home to unrestricted, which again means carry that gun concealed, loaded on your person anywhere you'd like to go with obvious, no school zones, no federal, local government buildings, etc. But again, you just have to kind of plead a good case, and you have to have experience, and you've got to show that you're, dedicated to training, and you haven't gotten yourself in trouble. If you're prior military service, you want to obviously put that in that letter as well. But I'll help you conduct a good letter. And again, with Albany County, it's not a guarantee, but by taking training and getting out there and showing that you're interested in always bettering yourself, it can't hurt. So again, this is how do we get unrestricted pistol permit or our restrictions lifted. So come in, stop by, see us. You can check out our YouTube channel. Obviously, I keep doing these videos every day or every other day. And I just hope that you guys all have fun, shoot straight. This is Colin at Target Sports. Talk to you later.